Hello, everyone, and welcome to the conclusion of the 2022 Chainhawk Open 11 presented by Dynamic Disc. The Northside Park, we're here for round number 3, Championship Sunday. Double G, along with Jared Stoll, Nicholas Masters, and rounding out our card is AJ Carey. We're on hole number 10. Definitely the easiest hole on the course. A must-get birdie. A little short and right for Double G. And when you say must-get, what do I mean? Well, it averaged 2.29. 71% of the field birdied this. All right, popular place to be. Spoiler alert, his wife, Deanne, hit a putt from just beyond those trees earlier in the day. And that's going to sneak just past them. Jared hoping to get something going, a very, very roller coaster front 9. He opened with 3 birdies to start his round and then followed up with 3 consecutive bogeys. Nick Masters going with the standstill forehand. We've seen some long-range putting from AJ. This is certainly on the shorter side, but it hits high left chain and pulls it in. Who needs turbo? I don't know. Fast and Furious. Oh, sorry. Too soon. R.I.P. Paul Walker. All right, Double G. There had to be a Fast and Furious Gainesville, wasn't there? Probably at one point. I feel like they've been in every other city. The Double G drift. Picking up the birdie. And things looking good for this card. 3 in with Jared short range. That's a star frame, as it should be on our lead card. Big shout out to Dynamic Disc, your presenting sponsor of this year's Chainhawk Open. Double G, now on 11. He was parked in round 1. Well, by the way, why didn't you guys watch round 1? Or round 2? This action was out same day. Where you been? It's good stuff. Go back and watch it. Okay. He says he loves it. Understandably so. Great drive. Want to come in just short, skip the rest of the way to the pin. There's a drop-off directly behind the basket. Oh, and Jared should like that as well. Going to be just a bit deep. They're talking about if that's going to be too deep or not. Wow, and finds dry ground. I'll be honest, I don't know what is or isn't out of bounds over here. I know that Nick is inbounds. I'm not sure if that's considered casual or not. We've rarely seen anyone get near there. That kick not doing him any favors, either off the drive or the second shot. So now he's left with this for par. And he'll collect it the hard way. Doing work on 11. And Double G then approaches his lie to find out he did go deep. So that's going to be an OB penalty stroke for Double G. So he'll bring it in. And this is to save his par now after what we thought looked like a great tee shot. Scorecard still clean for Double G. Oh, no. And Jarrett, just like on 9, one of the best drives in the group, but doesn't convert. And 0 for 2 for him on hole 11 this weekend here on this course. Unfortunately, that's a missed opportunity. AJ says he loves it, and that's exactly why. It was parked. And you're not doing caddy duty if you're not grabbing a stick and retrieving an OB disc. Nice work. We head over to 12, 300 feet. Exactly that. It's a putt. He'll have a look. Wow. Getting a little greedy asking for an ace here. It's going to be short. I don't think I can say it enough that I dream of a forehand like Jared's. He makes it look so effortless, such power, absolutely no flutter. I wasn't just talking about Nick's, but Nick's looks good too. AJ from circle 2. Solid bid, but doesn't get it to drop. Both AJ and Double G 7 down through 11 holes complete so far. And G has a little better stance just in front of the palmetto. Is that what those are? Palm branches? I ain't from Florida. Double G. No problem. That man moves to 8 under on the round through 12. And think he hit chain on 5 on an awkward putt as just barely stays in. He hit basket on 9 on the long range putt. He saved a par on 11. It seems he's been right there for just about everything. Hole 2 is one of the few that I don't remember him getting either. I guess that's the only other one he didn't get. Meanwhile, I know most of this card is paying attention to the chase card. Gavin Rathbun off to a pretty good front 9. He went 6 under through the front 9, and through 12 holes, he's 8 under as well. So he's right on pace with Double G. He started 2 behind him, so we'll keep an eye on him. Hope he doesn't get any more cat fights. That's another story for another day. Here's Double G. I'm behind the pin on 13. Okay, a little kick out. And Jared pulls that one to the left. That's going to be caught up only about halfway to the pin. Good effort by AJ. Not quite as good as this guy, though. Nice work. No putting required here for Nick. A little CTP action. And I guess that's a term we often use, and every once in a while it's probably good to explain a few things. CTP, closest to pin, often referenced in disc golf, and then sometimes at some events, there's actually a little flag and a contest for that. What? What? This guy's putting from everywhere. From down on a knee, just to get a better look at it, AJ finds the bottom of the basket. He goes to 8 under on the round. Double G picks up yet another birdie. This is Jared for par. And at this point, just not enough holes left likely for Jared. Not the way Double G is playing. Jared had been in the lead after round 1. Had a little bit of a roller coaster in round 2. It looks like he seemed unstoppable at one point during round 2 and then ran into a double bogey and a bogey on back-to-back holes late in round 2. And was off to a great start today, but just not keeping up as we see Double G making it look so easy. If Double G lived on Easy Street, would you call it Double Jeezy Street? I don't think that's a thing. It's been a long weekend of filming here, people. What if he lived with Easy E, though? That might be a little early for some of you non-rappers. All right, good forehand by Nick. Yeah, can you believe it? Some of your putts don't go in. I know the horror. The struggle is real there, AJ, in full disbelief. Oh, an RIP to Easy E back in 95. No problem. Keeping the birdie train rolling. Remember, opening hot round out here was shot by Jared, and it was a 9 under. At the moment, Double G sitting at 10 down with 15 through 18 to play. Anything that penetrates past this initial tree line will likely give you some kind of look at the basket. It's really just a matter of getting past the first couple of trees. It almost doesn't even matter where, as long as you just get inside of the first wall of trees here. And that's going to be great positioning for Nick.
Yeah, you're pretty far into it. Yeah, it's enough punch.
10 feet more would have been even better. You'll see his stance, but it's certainly very workable from where he is.
Bank on that one.
Good God. That's awesome. Good job, man.
I'm not calling for the spanking like AJ was there, but I guess that's one way you could word it. Would that be like a half spank there for Nick? Okay, maybe not. Here's my pro tip. As I've seen now, this played during the skins, round 1, and here in round 3. Everyone is a little tentative to go deep of this basket, and it's relatively open. You have a lot of space behind the pin, yet I feel like most approaches come up short, and it brings those couple of trees into play. I don't know what it is, but it seems to be very consistent that players are coming up short and bringing that mound and those trees and bushes into play. We see Nick here is just a bit deep, but in general, I'd like to see people put a little more on this. And that's high right chain. He'll pick up the birdie. Apparently gallery approved. And this is exactly what I mean. When you come up short, this mound along with some of these bushes here will come into play. Some of these plant things. Not that it matters for Double G, but look how open it is just deep of the basket. And yet most approaches come up short and bring these into play. And I don't know. Nobody's buying my pro tips. That's why I give them out for free. But go long. Go just a bit long here. And you'll be putting back at where I'm standing, which means you'll be putting away from most of the distractions that are taking place over on 18. I don't know. What do I know? Buy some Double G jerky or something.
I started playing disc golf with my family when I was 8 years old. When I was 16, I got my first job as a cook at a bowling alley, and that's when I made my first batch of beef jerky. As I got better at throwing, I also got better at making beef jerky. Everyone told me they loved my jerky. After 15 years of making my beef jerky as a hobby, I decided to make it available to everyone. Double G Craft Jerky. Give it a try. You're gonna love it.
Man ain't wrong. Faking me out, though. Going big high hyzer here on 16. And keeps it in bounds, just deep of the pin. (16, 17, and 18, I feel like don't really play like the rest of the course. They're relatively open. There's literally just a few trees. OB on all three of them. That definitely comes into play, but it just doesn't feel like the rest of the course. It's in a slightly different section of the park here. But danger everywhere, except for right next to the basket where AJ Carey lands. That's drifting left, but slow enough speed to check up. 4 shots inbounds. That in itself is somewhat rare. Not much here for Double G, but there is OB behind the basket. That's going to end his 4 holes in a row birdie streak, and Nicholas does the opposite. Instead of too much, doesn't give it enough. Jared will pick up a birdie. That'll push him to 19 under. At this point, trying to hold on to a few strokes and hopefully earn a few $100 extra, keeping himself up as high near the top of the event as he can be. And a park job for AJ. It's almost dinner time. Nom, nom, nom. After a little contemplation, AJ resets, finds himself here on the tee of 17, and that just flips up and doesn't fight back. Ultimately going to be marked out of bounds. Oh, we're not leaving it up to chance either. We're going to get an official marking, little flag right where it went out. Top-notch volunteers. No surprise here at the Chain Hawk Open. Thank you to the club and everyone that's part of this event, including our presenting sponsor and Dynamic Disc. Not the first down he was looking for, but that is went over the out-of-bounds area and then finds the inbounds area on the other side, which was questioned if that's in case, if it's in fact inbounds, and it is. So if you throw the shot bad enough, you'll still be inbounds. Double G lets off from his effort on Friday to come up a bit short. Quite skippy near the green here. Nick hits the short pole. Trying to be aggressive and possibly make another one from long range. Meanwhile, Double G pin high. Getting it done. It's going to move to 27 under. Moments earlier, Gavin coming into the clubhouse. He ultimately stalled out on the back, as AJ will save his par after the OB stroke. So Gavin, who's won this in the past, is in the clubhouse at 22 under. So at this point, not a factor, although had a great first 10 or 12 holes, just really slowed down in the back half. And we move on to the 54th hole of the tournament. Final hole. Double G's got a little bit of a comfortable lead. Some would say it's show time. You got to turn it over, Double G. Turn it over.
Made the Mando, I think.
Joking about the Mando. That is, in fact, not in play on this hole.
Oh, come on, keep drifting.
Double G likes it. Man, what a wild ride we've been on this weekend, huh, folks? 2 rounds out here, plus the skins match. Played a round at Jonesville. Speaking of wild rides and Gainesville Drift or Fast and Furious Gainesville, whatever I was talking about. Why don't you guys tell me your favorite car movie? You can tell I'm obviously a car buff and aficionado. I know so much about the vehicles. So tell me your favorite car movie. And don't cop out and go with Cars by Disney. That doesn't count. You're disqualified. But anyway, I'm going to pick one of the random answers and then start giving away some gift cards. Shop.thediscgolfguy.com is where the action will unfold. Now that we've got a site up and running, I've got jerky and other things to give away. Double G going with the skip shot from way off by 15. So put it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe to all those YouTube things. And then also tell me your favorite movie that primarily focuses on cars or around cars or something to do with cars.
So Gigi's going to lay up the win. I got one on Gavin. Play for par, maybe. No, we're burning. We're burning.
Man, I feel like I just tuned into AJ's brain.
Come on. Yeah, we're birding. All right.
Yeah, we're birdieing, he says. AJ trying to get to 24 under shouldn't be a problem. Jared was being trolled to possibly run at it, and I think there was a whole $10 on the line for the eagle, but he's going to pitch up right next to it. Nick is going to finish with a par, and Double G could lay this up. He's got strokes to give. He's also playing in front of an old hometown crowd. Old stomping grounds. Double G, your champion. Jared taps in for the birdie. Another birdie and a par. Got a few words from Double G, and then I catch up with him in an interview. Thank you so much for joining. It's been one heck of a weekend here at the Chain Hawk Open. Aw. Double G gives me kisses like that, just not on camera. We'll check in with Double G here in a moment. Again, like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the third time, your Chain Hawk Open champion, Mr. Garrett Gurthie. Congrats, bro.
As y'all may know, it's really hard to win at home, and I'm taking this one to the bank. All the staff, Chris Clark, anywhere from my family members being out here, my sister-in-law, Alex's woman, for bringing in the Filipino food truck, and y'all eating well all week.
Yeah.
I want to thank all my family, friends in Gainesville. I love you guys. Thank you very much.
I'm the Disc Golf Guy, and that was my video blog. Just joining now our 3-time Chain Hawk champion. I'm going to assume you've got more titles than anyone at this event. 3, I mean.
The assumption's there, but I'm going to say maybe Johnny McRae's pretty close, too, of winning it more than 3 times.
Okay, it's only been around 11 years, and I know Gilbert got it last year, Rathbun the year before, so that's 5 of them accounted for. Either way.
All right, I'll take it.
Either way, how's it feel to be winning here in Gainesville?
It always feels nice winning at your home course. It's usually pretty tough. You usually find the spots that you're not used to finding, and today and past couple days I tried to stay out of that trouble, so kind of worked out pretty fair for me, and competition was great this weekend.
Fair to say it's almost more pressure and more difficult to win at home, right? Because you're expected to do well, but yet maybe that expectation overcomes you.
Yeah, I feel a lot of pressure in the beginning, but once I get kicked off, and I try to put my blinders on whenever I'm out there, because I know every single person that came out here, at least from Gainesville, was on my side to bring it back home to Gainesville. It's been a while.
Well, it was pretty incredible to see. We watched every single shot you threw this weekend, proving that you were right where you belonged, right in front of the camera. Anything you want to say to everybody out there?
Go get you some Double G craft jerky. Go get you some, throw, practice,
come on out. We love seeing you. Thanks to everyone, all my friends and fans and family. Thank you.
All right, well, that's Double G. He's your champion. Chloe Alice, your champ on the FPO side. It's been an incredible week here at the Chain Hawk Open 11, presented by Dynamic Disc. Thanks to the Chain Hawk crew and everyone else here in Gainesville. I love being here, and I love bringing you guys the coverage. We'll catch you guys at the next one.